Alrighty guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all are doing well and staying safe. I know with all of this quarantine and self-isolating and everything like that, all of the nail salons and everything are closed. So a lot of our toes are probably screaming. So I wanted to show you guys my at-home pedicure routine that I recently started due to everything going on. I picked up this Conair thing for my mom actually for I think Mother's Day or Christmas one year. I'm sure they have them on Amazon, but it's a really great thing to have, especially during these times when you need to, get your nails, do your nails yourself. So I will link one of those down below. Here I'm just adding some bubble bath, which I picked up from Walmart. It's the lavender one. Some Calgon bath beads, and I'm just going to turn on my little foot soak thing. This one I believe is from Conair, and it will just make some bubbles, and it has like little things on the bottom where you can rub your feet to massage them, and as you guys can see, like, it instantly made bubbles, which was so fun. But yeah, I don't actually enjoy pedicures when other people touch my feet, but I do like to have cute feet for the summertime and the spring, actually all year round, honestly. But I just let my feet soak for a little bit in the tub, and then I am going ahead and cutting my nails. You can definitely do this before you put your feet in. I don't know why, I just feel like my nails cut better when they're a little bit wet, but it's totally up to you. You can do whatever you'd like to do. So I'm just going ahead and cutting down my toes, and I'm going to be using gel polish today. You guys can use any type of polish that you want to use. It is totally up to you, but I just go ahead and cut down my toenails, and you can also do square, you can do round, whatever shape works for you. But I like to do a little bit square with like a little bit of like a rounded edge, if that makes sense. So that's another reason why I like to do my own pedicures sometimes, because I find that I can get the shape the way that I personally like it. So once the nails are all cut, I go ahead and soak my feet for a little bit longer, and once I soak them for a little bit, I take them out and I just wipe them down with a towel just to get all of the bubbles off, so I can see what I'm doing and everything. And then I start to push back my cuticles. I find that my cuticles on my feet are like crazy and like don't know how to act. Is anybody else's like that? I would love to know, because my cuticles on my toes just want to act a fool like all the time. So I just picked up this cuticle pusher from the dollar store, I believe. It was really, really inexpensive. So I'm just pushing back my cuticles and making sure that I get all that dead skin and everything, because that will just make your polish last longer if you don't have any of that residue or anything like that. So I just go ahead and remove all of the cuticles and dead skin from all of my toes, and I also go under my toes, under my nails, I mean, if there's anything under there. It just makes everything look nice and clean, and this is really important, especially if you're doing clear nail polish. I do clear polish pedicures all the time because sometimes I'm just not feeling like color on my toes, so I just go ahead and put a clear once I'm done with all of this. But you definitely want to clean underneath your nails if you're going to do a clear, because obviously it's clear, so everybody can see your toes and everything. But it's been pretty cold here still in New York, so I haven't really been wearing like any open toe shoes or anything yet, even though it is April. But once the summer hits, I actually do have to wear closed toe shoes at work, which is kind of annoying, so I can't even show off my cute pedicures this summer, but it's okay, everything's fine. So once I'm done with that, I go ahead and put my feet back into the water just to get everything nice and wet, I guess. So now I'm taking this scrub from Soap and Glory. This is amazing. I mentioned this in my spring hygiene routine, and it's just so good. It's like a bubble bath kind of scrub, so like it makes like a lot of suds, as you guys can see, but it has like little beads in it as well. So I just go ahead and massage that into my feet. It really helps get any of the excess skin around my cuticles, and it just makes your feet so soft, and I am obsessed with it. So I just did that, making sure to get the heels, as that is where my skin, I feel like, needs the scrubbing the most. So I'm just going ahead and doing that, and once I'm all done with that, I'm going to go ahead and put my feet back into the water. I feel like putting your feet into the water is like the most relaxing thing ever. So any chance I get, I stick my feet back into the water. And you can definitely change out the water if it gets too cold for you, or like add a little bit more warm water. I did that like once or twice while filming this. But here I am just cutting down my cuticles. After pushing them back, I did find that I had a little bit more dead skin than I would like, and I find that this really just makes the pedicure look really professional and really, really nice. So if you haven't been cutting down your cuticles, I know that some people like don't do it because like it exposes your I don't know, your nails to like bacteria or whatever, but girl, I'm gonna cut my cuticles and it'll be fine with me. So I just go ahead and do that, and it just, like I said, makes everything look so clean and so polished, and I think it's a major key to making your at-home pedicures look super good. So here I'm just doing the other side, making sure to not cut too much or not cut any healthy skin. I'm just cutting the dead skin that's like around my nail, and like I said, it just makes everything look so crisp and so just delicious, if you will. So I go ahead and do that, and as you guys can see, my other foot is soaking in the water because that's what I do. So just cutting the cuticle. I always find that I have a lot of like cuticle dead skin around my big toe, but you guys cut off however much you want, or don't cut any at all. It's totally up to you. I also go ahead and shave my toes. You guys might not have to do this if you don't have any hair on your toes, but I just find that this also makes everything look super clean and pristine and just really nice, especially for the summertime when you're wearing sandals and everything. This is a personal preference. Like I said, you don't have to do this. Once that is all done, I go ahead and take my feet out and dry them off a little bit with a towel, and I'm using this like Amopay Pedi thing, but it's like the Walmart brand. I picked this up obviously from Walmart, and it's just like a pumice stone, and you just can run it over your feet, over your toes, over your heels, and it just makes everything super soft and super smooth. I love it. It was pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $15 or so, and I just picked it up from Walmart, and it's really good. It just makes everything so much easier, and you don't have to like go scraping your feet and your heels and everything. It just works really well. As you guys can see here, I'm just doing it on some dead skin that I had on the bottoms of my feet. Everybody has it, so it is fine. And here I'm just taking this little foot scraper, I guess is what it's called. I picked this up from the dollar store, and I'm just going over my toes and everything with this, just getting rid of any dead skin to make this feet nice and smooth, and my toes nice and smooth, and everything like that. I go ahead and do it on the other foot. I didn't do very well filming the other foot just because I was like pulling it closer to me, but I do the same exact thing on the other foot, making sure to use the little pedi thing. And then once I'm all done with that, I just went ahead and rinsed off my feet and used a towel to dry them off, and now I'm doing my filing. So you can definitely do your filing before you soak your toes, but I just find that I like to do it after. So like I said, I do like the square shape with a bit of rounded corners. So I'm just doing that with this file that I picked up. I think I picked this up either from Sally's or Ulta. It's something like that, but I'm just going ahead and filing down my toes to the shape that I would like. So now I go ahead and do the same thing on the other foot, just filing everything to the shape that I would like. And is anybody else's pinky toe just never cooperative? Because I feel like mine just never wants to do what I want it to do. You know what I mean? So I go ahead and do that, making sure that everything is good. And then I take some nail polish remover, acetone, whatever you guys have on hand. And I just go ahead and run that over my toenails, just to make sure that I get rid of any excess oil or anything that is on the nail that might hinder the nail polish from sticking to my nail. And I'm just putting this on a cotton round. You guys can use it whatever you want. If you just have some tissue laying around, you guys can do that as well. So for this pedicure tutorial, here's the acetone that I use. Once again, picked it up from Walmart. Really great. I am using a gel kit that I purchased on Amazon. I will have it linked down below for you guys. You guys can definitely just use regular nail polish. You do not have to use gel. I just find that gel lasts a long time, and it just makes it easier for me to only have to do pedicures like once a month or so. But if you guys want to do it more frequently or change your color more frequently, you can totally do that. Then I would recommend just using regular polish, because gel polish obviously is a little bit more difficult to take off. But here I'm just using the base gel, and this kit did come with the UV light, so I go ahead and cure that under my lamp for 60 seconds. And while that is curing, I go ahead and do my other foot. This color is from the Color Club, the color that I'm about to use. It didn't come with this kit. I picked this color up from Walmart, but I found that it was super runny, so it like really flooded my cuticle a lot. But that could have just been user error. I could have just wiped off the brush. But you want to make sure that you're doing thin coats so that the gel doesn't get bulky or anything like that. I find that it also cures better in the lamp if you don't do super thick coats. So just keep that in mind. So once I'm done with the base coat on the other foot, I go ahead and start the color on the next foot while my left foot cures under the lamp. So as you guys can see, it is this beautiful mint color. I am obsessed with this color for spring and summer. I think it's just so beautiful and so cute, especially if you have a tan. But obviously none of us are getting a tan because it's quarantine time. So I'm just going ahead, and as you guys can see, it's like flooding my cuticle like so much. But I'm just cleaning that up with my finger. You can definitely use like a manicure stick or whatever, like one of those wooden sticks, to clean up the edges. But here I'm just painting my toenails, and once I'm done with this foot, like I said, I go ahead and let it cure under the light for I think like a minute or so. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever your bottle says or whatever your nail polish says, then let it sit. Between like regular polish, I usually let it sit for about 2 minutes or so, just so that it doesn't get like, I don't want to say cakey, but it's like a little bit thick. So you want it to get just a little bit tacky, so between the layers, so everything goes on nicely. What is your favorite pedicure color? I know that everybody, especially in the summertime, loves like a white pedicure because it makes you look so tan. I love white and mint green, and then in the wintertime I love like a deep burgundy color on my toes. I think that those three colors are like my favorite, and I pretty much just rotate between those. So I just took my other foot out from curing, so here I'm just applying the color to my other toes and making everything match up. Of course, I only did 2 coats of the color just because it was so pigmented and so vibrant that I didn't feel like I needed 3 coats. And I'm sorry that I am cutting you off here. I am also deep conditioning while I am doing this. You know, your girl has to multitask or whatever, so that's why you see the shower cap, and I'm sorry that you can't see me doing my toes, but everything is fine. As you guys can see, I'm just, you know, putting the polish on my toes, nothing crazy. And once I'm all done with that, I'm going ahead and sticking it under the light like I just explained. Now I am done with the color. I'm going to go ahead and with this top coat. What is your guys' favorite gel top coat? Let me know down below, because this one's nice, but I feel like I could get like so much more shine from another pedicure. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Once I'm done applying the top coat and letting it cure, I go ahead and put on some cuticle oil, but first I just wipe off the tacky layer of the gel with a alcohol pad with which is lint free, just so that you don't get any lint on your toes. You definitely want to do this, especially if you're doing gel, because it just prevents it just takes off the tacky layer after you cure it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you out, especially if you're home and wanting to do your pedicure and you're missing your nail salon just as much as I am. But let me know down below if you are doing some spa treatments at home for yourself and what you are doing at home. I would love to know. I hope that you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, and yeah, don't forget to wash your hands and wash your feet. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in my next one very soon. I love you, girls. Bye.